Hello friends, in this video let's talk about last value function in SQL Server. This is one of the easy function and very good function in SQL Server. The same function we have in 2012 and 2016 also. So what is the purpose of the last value? It compares the data in an ordered set and it gives you the last value in the set. Let us say I have a value. Let me show you practically. See, it covers multiple scenarios. We will talk about what is the scenarios and all, but let me talk about a very basic example. Then later I'll talk about multiple. So let us say the month number 1 January, let us assume it month number 1 January, sales amount is 5,000, let us assume it. So February month number 2 4,000, or let us say 6,000, whatever it is, 6,000. Next 3rd March, sale amount is 7,000. So this is a table, assume it. Now let me make it as a last value here. See, when I apply a last value for this table, so I will get one more new record here. So what is the value of here? What is the value of here? What is the value of here? New column I will be getting as a last value. See, it compares. So when I compare with the first, when I am in the first record, it compares against the same record and it shows you the same value 5,000. Now when I am in the second record, it compares these two records and gives you the result. Some 6,000, last value is this. So when I am in the third record, it compares all the three earlier records and it shows you the 7,000 as a result. So this is a very basic scenario I talked about. But when you go really, you have a multiple scenarios to handle it. So this scenario might not help you in the real time, but yes, there is a different partition by and row range class. So that helps you to identify easily. But one point I want to make here, the same scenario you can handle in a different way by identifying a rank number or row number and so on. But to get that scenario, to get that result, you may need to write like a 1 or 2 queries extra. But here within a single column, you can handle all the logics. So to handle this, I have generated a very basic table, so which contains like a very basic structure. So let me show you. Select star from fact sales. It's a very basic table which I designed for us. Okay, so which contains ID fact sales is identity key column, year number, normal year number, month number and sales amount. So let me write a syntax. So before going to talk about practical, the syntax of it is last underscore value of. So last underscore value of what column do you want to display? Column name and over. It looks like little similar to the lag and lead function, but purpose is different. Okay, so the partition by, again partition here is a optional class. Partition by some column name. Column name, order by some column name, ascending or descending. Now, so rows range class. Say this is optional again. So this is optional class. So I'll show you what is the difference between by using the rules range class and all. So let me write a very basic query by using this syntax. So let me remove this star. Let me use the normal columns only. Year number, comma, month number, comma, sales amount. See, this is a very basic query, so nothing is there. There is no need to touch more here. Now, let's write here last underscore value of sales amount. I am taking as a sales amount. Same way, same syntax I am going to follow, over of, I am not using partition by, order by, sales amount, ascending or descending, it doesn't matter. That's it. I am going to make it as a last value. Let's run this. See, if you understand clearly, let me take to the print screen and show you this. Yeah. The first, when it displaying a first value, it is considering only first record and displaying last value as 4000 here. You may not see a much difference here again. So when you comparing, then you compare, when you are in the second record, it compares first two records and it displays 4200 is the last value. In the same way, if you understand here, when you are comparing a 8th record, it compares, it checks against the other previous records, earlier records. You may not see a much difference here if you see this. Whatever the value is there, you will be getting the same value here, 4600, 5600, 5600. You may not see much difference. What is the last value when I go with this scenario? Because the default scenario, you may not see much difference. So, but the purpose, the background, the compiler checks for the last value for each and every record. The last value for the first record is 4000 only because I have only one record. The last value for second record is this, third record is this, like this, and so on. Now, so let me apply row range class. So how to apply a row range class? How to apply so row range class is, so let me write a query which I already have. Let me explain you here. Let me put here. See here, last value sales amount. The difference is, let me write the what is the basic query which I wrote earlier. Yeah, let's keep this as it is. This is the first query, the second query which I am keeping here. See, these three are common again here. The last value sales amount, order over is common. Here I have a partition by, I am doing the partition by year number, order by sales amount, and range between, this is called as a row range class, range between unbound preceding and unbound following. Now it checks for the initial and last one. So then it compares and it gives you the last value within this limit, within this range. It gives you the last value within this range. So now let me run this. So let me make it as a last value. Okay, so let me run this query. If you see here, if you understand very clearly, I have applied a query like this. If you see, what I did is I am doing a partition by year number. First of all, it creates a partition for a particular year and it gives you all the year records in one shot. Now if you observe it, now all the records which belongs to the 2018 I got in a single shot. Next records is 2019. Here I got 2019. Now the last value here is, see, if you observe the earlier results and this results, in the earlier result, even though I use the last function, I got the whatever the value here I got here. But now not like that. For a particular year, what is the last value? I got that value. for a particular year, what is the last value? I got that. See, 6100 is the value of year, the last value, and it is ordered by is highest value. The same way here for 2019. See, for 2019 records I got a different value. For 2018 records I got a different value. Why? Because the data is partitioned. The data is partitions. If you understand very clearly, the data is partitioned. So based on the partition, I am getting the last value in a particular partition. The same way 2019 last value in a particular partition. Why? Because I have applied a row range clause. The row range clause will be defined with the help of the range between unbound preceding and unbound following. See here, but one point is, for this particular scenario you may not require this again. So why? Because partition is already happening. So the value will automatically displace based on the partition. So that is the reason why you may not be keeping the range between unbound preceding and unbound following in this specific scenario. But yes, there are some scenarios, even though you do the partition, you need to apply range between unbound preceding and an unbound following. So let me remove this and show you the data. So you may not see much difference. Let me run this. Yes, you have them. Okay, sorry, this is unbound preceding is required, not for this. If I change this one, then I'll get it. So if I don't have that, let me get it. Let me run this now. In this scenario, you'll get a value like this. But the small change is you need to change the order by year number. Then there is no unbound preceding and unbound following is not required. But if you still want to keep a sales amount, then you need range between unbound preceding and unbound following. So you might understand the difference here. So order by clause change to year number. When I change to year number, then range between unbound preceding and unbound following is not required. Now you can, let me put a similar query. There is same results query which gives you that whatever the results which I get with the first query, I will get the same results with the second query. The difference between these, I removed this range clause and I changed it to year number. So now I will be getting the same result as first query. Why? Because order by clause has been changed. So this is how my last value function is going to work in the SQL server. That's it about a last value function. So not only this specific concept, if you have any questions in any concept in SQL server, MSBI, Azure, Power BI, please drop your question in the YouTube comment section. We'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also follow me on Facebook for more technical updates. My Facebook page is SQL MSBI, facebook.com/SQL MSBI. So that's all about this last value function. Let's meet up in the next video. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more technical updates. Thank you.